I don't think I need to see someone who has been twice impeached and is a disgrace and a one-term president with 91 counts facing him. I think it legitimizes him. I don't need to be gaslit by Trump. We all know who he is. We all know what he stands for. We also know that Biden debated him twice and just like sort of mopped the floor with him. If you look at any of the studies, most Americans that watched it thought that Biden won, not only on policy, but on demeanor, especially. Does this person have the temperament to be the president? We know who Donald Trump is. I don't think you give him that type of platform.
But also, if Biden flubs, they'll be all over him. If Trump flubs,
if he doesn't show up, they'll be all over him. But here's the thing. A lot has happened since 2020. January 6th hadn't happened. Donald Trump needs to have to stand next to Joe Biden. Joe Biden needs to call him out on the unfitness, because the reality is we all at this table.
He's going to say he had nothing to do with it.
At this table, we all know who Donald Trump is. Nearly 80 million people voted for him. They need to see the juxtaposition of the two leaders.
What's going on, everyone? Sauce McKinney here today, and we've got another analysis for you guys today. Now, The View decided to, air a show, an episode yesterday, I believe, and they're worried about Biden might flub on debate stage against Donald Trump. The View did not want Trump to have a debate platform with Biden because he would be legitimized, and Biden might flub. Now, here's this kind of proves this kind of theory that I'm having about the left and the liberals and the Democrats, that they think they have credibility by default because they're liberals, and they think that Trump has no credibility because he's Trump, and everyone believes the liberal narrative about him being a liar in chief, right? The 94 counts, that doesn't matter if most people see that as merely a political attack on Trump, like you using legal means to attack Trump. Democrats don't care about that, right? Just same way that Democrats have a high amount of trust for the mainstream media. When you ask independents and Republicans, they have the least amount of trust in the mainstream media, because Democrats literally are stuck in an ideological echo chamber. And this is my argument. The View kind of perpetuates this, the liberal temperament about, oh, we trust everything because everything's controlled by us. Of course you're going to do that. That's like me asking, do you trust the Daily Wire more or CNN? I'm gonna say I trust the Daily Wire, and you're gonna say, oh well, you're doing it based on ideological lines. Now, when you highlight the liberals and say journalists is overwhelmingly liberal, college is overwhelmingly liberal, you see instances of where colleges are using their positions of power to remove opposing research, opposing evidence that supports contrary views of their narrative. Oh, liberals don't see a problem with that. Oh, you're making that up. That's not true. Oh, you're lying. Oh, la, 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 la. That's what liberals do. And The View encapsulated this perfectly. On Monday, the hosts from The View discussed their fears over not wanting President Trump debating President Joe Biden because it would legitimize Trump and he might flub during the debate. You saw that from the intro. When discussing the possibility of a debate between Trump and Biden, Sonny Holston did not think he deserved that type of platform. And here's the funny part is, and I'm going to switch over, right? Because they're saying, oh, Biden's going to wipe the floor with Trump. Prominent pollster Nate Silver, Biden on track to lose to Trump. Dems have no plan to fix the problems. Border, economy, inflation, right? Foreign policy. Biden's flubbing on all of this stuff. He don't need the debate. Like, end of the day, a debate, the Democrats need it more than the Republicans. Like, if let's say, and it seems like it's more probable as time goes on, especially with the Democrats, I don't think they'll allow Biden to go out there by himself and debate Trump. I don't think we're going to have a presidential debate. You heard it here first. Let me know in the comment section. Let's timestamp this. Let's see how this claim of mine ages in 8 to 9 months. I don't think we're going to have a presidential debate. I think it's going to be Trump's going to campaign, Biden's going to campaign. They're going to talk in their ideological chambers, and then that's it. That's how the election's going to go. And it's going to be up to people like me to kind of bridge the gap and say, look what Biden's saying here. Look what Trump is saying here, and try to like clip it and seem like as if they're debating, because that's what's going to happen. I don't think we're going to have the presidential debate in 2024. And if we don't have that, in my view, based on what the pollsters are showing, there's a higher chance that Trump is going to benefit from not having a debate. So the advice that Sonny Holston and these people on The View who don't know anything about politics talking about, oh, you're legitimizing Trump, it's Biden is not doing well. Right. And about the policy issues, is this what The View is bragging about? Biden's woke Secretary of State Antonio Blinken scolded staffers over problematic language like manpower. Right. Is this what the kind of policies you guys worried about? transgenderism, gender studies, giving $1 million towards research that tries to disprove the claim that there's only two genders, right? These are the policies that you're saying that, oh, Biden wiped the floor with Trump. Trump literally predicted what is going on right now. All you have to do is don't believe me, right? Remember, I'm only guiding you to my proof, to my evidence that supports my argument. If you go on the 2020 debate, if you're a liberal, Democrat, centrist, do not focus on Trump, the personality. Focus on his message. When they were talking about the economy, K-shaped recovery, Trump was talking about, hey, your 401k is going to go down. You're going to go record high inflation. Your gas price is going to go up. Compare 2020 to right now in 2024. Is gas price higher than it was in 2020? Yes or no? Is inflation higher compared to 2020 to now compared to 2020? 2021 was the worst. And Biden had to pass laws to reduce inflation. Tell me I'm lying. Biden had to go into the oil reserves of the nation to lower the gas prices during the midterms, which makes us like it's like me saying, hey, we in a financial emergency. Let me go into my savings and then pretend, look, everything's all fine, knowing that I'm using all the savings to pay for the bills of today. And after a certain amount of point, I'll be overextended. And I don't have enough money to cover expenses anymore. That's what Biden did with the oil reserves. But no one sees the finagling in the background. All they see is the results, and Biden is going to run on that. Right? Here's some issues. This is why I like Daily Wire. The border crisis that Biden caused has led to internal White House fighting. Right? Majority of Americans say Biden got special treatment in classified document investigations. Polls find. Right? Based on the data, based on the studies. What studies are these people talking about? This is why I like people when they give specifics. When you talk in general, it allows me to do stuff like this. Very sharp right-wing propaganda. Pelosi and Schumer defends Biden's mental state. Majority of Americans don't agree with this. Joe Scarborough works overtime to defend gaping holes in Biden's memory. This kind of proves into this narrative that, hey, this is why Democrats trust the mainstream media, because they work overtime to protect their guy. Name me an article where the liberal mainstream media defended Trump the same way they defended Biden. I'll wait. If you look at the data, look up the amount of negative news covering Trump. Mainstream media covered Trump negatively 86% of the time. Highest ever compared to any other president. George Bush, it was like 40-something. Donald Trump, 80% of the time. And guess who mainstream media covered more favorably than any other president? In recent memory anyway. Obama. But this is what the View is saying, that, oh, you know, on all the issues, Biden beats Trump. No, explain to me why the American people will rather vote for a conceited Trump over an unfit Biden. You got all these narratives they trying to push. Oh, his mental sharpness is you don't want to debate. This liberals, Democrats, the View host. Be honest. You do not want Biden to debate because he's not capable of debating Donald Trump today. And that kind of highlights and invalidates the narrative that he is unfit for office. This is why you rejected a cognitive test, because if you take a cognitive test and it confirms, you can no longer deny the reality of Biden's mental state. Putin wants him as the next U.S. president. How are you going to spin this? He's a typical, predictable politician. Border congressman, Mexican drug cartels dialing it back before election to help Biden. Oh, yeah, bruh. Biden issues memo delaying deportation of Palestinians in the U.S. Informant charged with allegedly lying to FBI about Biden's role with the Ukraine gas company. The Biden Inc., the corruption, and no. The View don't care about that. And this is the problem with the mainstream liberal media. The mainstream media is overwhelmingly liberal, so they don't highlight facts like this. The voices are not represented the same. If it was 50% liberal media, 50% conservative media, I believe America would have a lot more balanced and objective views on politics. But the fact that the politics is so overwhelmingly slanted one way, the Democrats' way, overwhelmingly Democrat ideology has the media, the institutions, the academia. So they all coordinate together, put out research papers that support their view, demonize papers that don't support their view, as you saw from my last video about the Harvard economist who had to get a personal guard for about a month because he put out research that counters the racial justice narrative about policing that the left loves to push. the left love to advocate with, lead with. But Trump's a liar. You guys lie by omission. Y'all say, oh, we tell you the left tells half truths and don't tell you the full context. And if you got the full context, you'll arrive at a completely different narrative than what the liberals want you to do. So they only give you the things that help their narrative. And I have substantiated that. I have proven that over the course of the videos that I've been putting out today. But the left mainstream media never questioned, hey, is it a good thing that the college professors, or there's a 12-to-1 political dominance of one political ideology? You think this is actually a beneficial thing for America? Liberal journalists will never question that. But then they'll sit here and claim, oh, we called it down the middle. We're objective, Cap. Only Democrats are the only group of people that trust the mainstream media. All non-Democrats do not trust the mainstream media. Who do you believe as a centrist? Who do you believe as an American people? You're going to be like, I guess the liberals or the Democrats trust the mainstream media because it pushes an agenda. It pushes their worldview onto the masses. And the masses see that, hey, this is not the truth. This is propaganda. Because in the end of the day, if you have to censor someone, and this is what The View is advocating for, censorship. Don't debate Trump. Don't bring Trump any attention. Why are you worried about Trump getting attention? If you're speaking the truth, you want to be able to dunk and destroy on him. Why you don't want to take on that challenge? Because they know what they're pushing is a subjective view, an ideological viewpoint. It's not rooted in any truth. And if it is rooted in any truth, it's a very narrow. It only focuses on a very narrow aspect of the truth. But when someone bring up another truth, hey, look, you're missing out this data. You're missing out this stuff. Oh, no. It's because they don't want to bring attention to that kind of stuff to their audience. And that's the point the Democrats are thinking, that they think, oh, we got the majority of people and we don't want to expose our camp to facts and information that could question or muddy their worldview about the world. We want to keep them ideological pure, so we don't want to expose them to a contrarian view. And that's the reality of what The View is actually advocating for and what many leftists advocate for under the guise of hate speech laws, under the guise of misinformation, disinformation. Which will spread more disinformation, misinformation? A camp that is ideologically exclusively one political ideology, or the side that's representing the political minority? Which one's going to spread more misinformation? I believe the political dominant ideology, and that's the what? The left-wing media, liberal ideology, progressive ideology. Because liberals believe everyone has a right to be a liberal and nothing else. And if you are an alternative, if you do have a alternative political ideology, liberals look at you as if you're dumb, condescending, less moral than them. They look down on you. Condescending liberal. That's where I get the hashtag condescending liberal. Right? Reagan's daughter, it would be a good idea to give a cognitive test to presidents, because end of the day, Biden can put a lot of this mental stuff to bed if he takes the cognitive test, but they know the reality. Democrats are scared to say in public what they know in private because it doesn't help their what? Political ends. And this is what I'm talking about. People are treating their politics like a religion. I rather we focus being nationalists than political partisans. Because at least with nationalism, we're like, no, we're going to the Democrats because it's better for society right now. We're going with Republicans because it's better for America right now. We need the Republican solution, so we're going to put the Republicans in power. That's how a nationalist country would think. But we're a politicized country right now. We're a tribal country right now. We're an identity first country right now. Because we got the left here divide and conquer, segregating people ideologically based on their skin color because they see color. In one hand, you want to demonize white people for seeing color. In the other hand, you will demonize white people for not seeing color. Oh, you're ignoring racism. Make it make sense. The left is pushing this stuff. But they're the main ones want to put out books talking about how partisan we have become and it's the right's fault. No, you're projecting. Democrats accuse everything that they're doing onto the Republicans. And the Republicans are too much of a cowards to stand up and call the BS out. I don't know why. Because they want the acceptance and approval of other people. This is what allows me to have the strength to speak what I speak. Because I don't care about the acceptance or validation of other people. I side with who's right and I side against who's wrong. That's it. I don't care if it's majority of black people are on the wrong side. I stand with who's right. And in this case, I believe I'm standing against The View because they're wrong here. Having the debate, it's all more about censorship and not exposing their audience to contrary opinions, contrary views. They don't want to balance out their audience. They want their audience to stay in ignorance and operate in that ignorance or in this echo chamber, because liberals are in the echo chamber. I honestly believe that anyway. You can come to a different conclusion than me in the comment section. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I would like to hear your thoughts about The View and their fears. They're terrified over Biden possibly debating Trump. What are your thoughts on it? I would like to hear it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I hope I catch you guys on the next one, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.